Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Pokemon Red Nuzlocke. Today, we will be making our way through the Dark Cave, where we will need to light the way with some other members of our team here. I don't recall, we've got Blake, our second Rattata, in the party, and leading things off here. And we will need to withdraw our dead Drowsy so we can use Flash to get through this cave. But let's go ahead and jump into this trainer fight real quick before we do. That way we can heal up at the Pokémon Center, and then we can go over and withdraw our fainted team member to get through this cave. Here comes Pikachu. I don't have a direct answer to this Pikachu. Not great that he just growled me. Hyper Fang should still do a decent amount of damage there. Quick Attack did more than I wanted it to, with it being a critical hit. So we are going to pivot out of that over to Vipra. And don't know what Pikachu is going to go with. It looks like it's going to be a Quick Attack. And of course it Quick Attacks again, but we're just going to quickly dig so we can get away from the Pikachu. And there we go. That's very short work of the Pikachu there from the rival trainer. And they've still got somebody else, which is all sorts of fun. Let's go ahead and get a bite off here. That didn't do as much damage as I was hoping that it maybe would, but the critical hit coming through there on the second half of that, doing very well to finish that off. Actually liking having Vipra on the team quite a bit. Let's go ahead and heal up our team in the Pokemon Center, and then we will withdraw our Drowsy so we can go into the rock tunnel, and we can gain our encounter from there. Now, Route 9, I don't believe that we picked up any encounter there, because we were running into a lot of things that we already had. I could be mistaken, and if I am, then we will take that in stride as it comes along. Sure, let's go ahead and access. So we have Phil. That's our Drowsy that has fainted. We have Phantom. That's our Oddish that has fainted. But we are keeping them around for the sake of having HMs available to use as we make our way through these different sections. So let's come into the rock tunnel here. We'll go ahead and pop open our inventory and start making our way around. Now, before I get into the fight with that trainer there, I do want to see what we run into here in terms of a Pokemon, and I'm shocked that we didn't get an encounter before that. Now, this is the Zubat, and we already have a Zubat that has been in our party, so I'm going to claim Dupe's Claws on that, and we will make our way back into another encounter, and it's another Zubat. I'm going to fast forward through a couple of these things until we find a suitable alternative. I think we can get a Machop, or we can get a Geodude. So one of the two of those would be great. I suppose Onyx might be an option as well, but we'll see what we end up running into. There it is. There is a Geodude. This is actually going to be really, really good. So let's go ahead and... Oh, what do I want to do here? Let's Hyper Fang it, because it's got increased defense, so we're not going to be able to do as much. Oh, a nice flinch there, so let's Hyper Fang again. And if we get a crit, that's a Rock Throw. That's not particularly great. So I'm going to switch off and put Dale out here in front. Yeah, because we should resist the different attacks that he throws out at us. So Dale coming in, and if he continues to use Rock Throws, we should just resist those hits. Or I guess it hits neutrally. Let's throw a Pokeball in here against this Geodude. Hopefully we can catch it, because this would be an awesome addition to the party, which it is. That's actually phenomenal, because I would love to have this Geodude worked into the team. Now, we already have a ground type on the team in the form of Peter, but having a Geodude in your back pocket is never a bad idea. So we are going to name this Geodude Jake, and Jake is going to go into a box. We're going to back out of here. We're going to heal up our team real quick, and then we will make our way back into Machop. That would have been fine to have as well. And I really hope that I can run away here. Thank you. Let's get out of that tunnel so we can heal up our team and then make our way back into the cave. All right, we're back into the cave here. We're going to be running from a lot of these wild encounters just to get away from them. Blake coming in at the start. Let's now make our way down to this trainer. And of course we run into another wild encounter right before he jumps into combat with us. So let's get away from him there. There's our run. Here is our encounter. What do we have? Pokemaniac. And that's a Cubone, ground type Pokemon. So let's go ahead, and that's actually a steep level curve. Let's go ahead and pivot Dale into here. And hopefully it doesn't do a whole lot to us. That's fine, because I'm about to hit you with a special move in the form of Bubble Beam. And that should do pretty good work there. Didn't do a one-hit kill, but we're within realm of a water gun hitting there, so I'm not overly concerned about that. Blake and Dale gaining some levels. Dale going up to level 24. Learning Bite should be okay. Let's see. I just don't know. I don't think we can get rid of Tackle. We can get rid of the 95% accurate move for the one that's supposedly 100% accurate, apart from the I don't have anything that's water, or that's good against water types, do I? Got a poison type. I got a ground type. Neither one of those are going to be particularly great. But let's go ahead and switch Vipra in here. Oh, that was a bad move. That was about the worst move that I could have made, actually, because I forgot that it knew Confusion. So we're actually going to go over to Tanner. And of course it fails on that. We're going to go ahead and Peck, which did not do nearly as much as I was hoping that it would. Let's go ahead and Fury Attack to get multiple different strikes in. Critical hits coming through. I really like that, but it only gave us 2. Please resist that. Do not confuse me. That's not great. Let's pivot back over to Dale. And let's go ahead and Bite. That didn't do as much as I wanted it to, but we got the flinch there, and there's the critical hit that I would have liked to have seen there. That was a very stupid move of me, putting Vipra in there, but fortunately the higher base stat total that we had saved our bacon. We are going to make our way away from these wild encounters. I actually might be able to take this. I did not mean to tackle. I meant to Hyper Fang. And fortunately, Karate Chop is not a fighting type mover. We would have been in a lot of trouble there. But that didn't end up taking it out. Crit should be able to tank anything like that. There's a quick attack. That's going to take out the remainder of that Machop. And that's all that Blake was able to do. Let's get out of here, heal up the team again before we venture any further. Alright, here's our next trainer battle in the lower level of Rock Tunnel. It's another Pokemaniac, which means he probably has more Slowpokes. That's all sorts of fun, isn't it? Let's switch back over to Tanner here, because I have 2 poison types in my party that cannot be present against this Slowpoke here. Don't get confused, Tanner. Please. Of course I get crit there, but I didn't get confused. The Fury Attack should give us multiple different strikes in against it. Don't! You've got to hit him more than that, man. I should be able to take another. If it doesn't crit, that's fine. But I cannot endure crits from this point on. Let's go ahead and switch back over to Dale. And of course, it goes for a disable there. Let's go ahead and get a Bite off. Get a flinch. Thank you. Bite again. Secondary flinch. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. I'm going to bite one more time. Disable. What did you disable from me? Tail Whip. I'm fine with that. We're going to go with Bubble Beam because it has... we should be fine here. Let's go back to Bite. And that gets us through the remainder of that Slowpoke. I really need to get a better answer to these water types here. I think that was Blake gaining a level, which quite nice there. But we're going to back out of this again and heal up before we go any further. Alright, here is our next fight. And we should be pretty good here. This is a junior trainer. It's got 2, so it might be... that's an Oddish, which we've got an answer here in the form of Tanner. So let's go ahead and switch there. It's going to probably absorb, because I think that's all it knows. Oh, nice. I'll take that as well. Now, we're going to get Drill Peck here soon on Tanner. That's not great. But at least it's not poison, so I'll take that. As long as we hit this Peck, we're going to be fine. There we go. That's a dead Oddish. And who do we have next? Bulbasaur. Again, someone that we can peck, make short work of, but now we have less attack, so we're going to have some struggles with that, but it's still a 2-hit kill, unless this Growl dropped my attack too low. Nice. That was actually quite nice. To the point where if I have a Paralyze heal, I'm going to use that instead of backing out, because the team still looks relatively healthy. I don't think I have Paralyze heal, though. So, back to the surface we go. Okay, here's our next fight. I think this is another Pokemaniac, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what this one is all about. And yep, another Pokemaniac. Charmander this time. That's actually not so bad. Blake, we're going to pivot you out immediately. Go over to Dale. This should go relatively smooth. That doesn't matter because I'm going to hit you with a Bubble Beam, which was not affected by a Growl at all. And that is a dead Charmander. Thank you, Blake. Or Dale, more specifically. And we're just going to hit you with more of the same. Get rid of you just as quickly. That was really nice. No reason for me to back out and go heal up at this point. Though I do want to check and see. I didn't see if I have any antidotes. I do have one more. So I'm going to need to pick some of those up in the near future. But for the time being, I'm fine. That's a hiker that's going to be right there. So let's go ahead and encounter him after we run from this Zubat encounter. Run away. There we go. Let's get into it with this hiker. We should be able to do really good work here. What do you got? You got a Geodude. As long as this Geodude doesn't explode on me, I'm gonna be okay. Let's go ahead and pivot to Dale. Because though we had that happen to us last week. There's a Rock Throw. That's not particularly great, but we're gonna Bubble Beam. He's 4 times weak to this, so that's gonna be the end of his Geodude. Nice work. Dale and Blake gaining some experience there. And let's make our way up here. That's another hiker, actually. So let's rinse and repeat that same process. What do you got? You've got 2 Pokemon, and one of them is a Machop. Which, we're going to Hyper Fang to start off with here. Oh, that's actually a fighting type move. That could be bad. That could be bad. That could be bad. That could be bad. Yep, it was bad. Well, there goes our second... Actually, that was our encounter from Route 9. That's our second Rattata gone. Which is fine. He was a lower level anyway. Here comes our Vipra, which we're going to dig and get out of here so he can't hit me. And I should have just pivoted off of that in lieu of him having something. Anyway, Onyx. I don't know that Onyx is a ground type, so we're going to dig here. I thought it was just a rock type. Bind did not hit. Dig is going to do a lot of really nice damage there. And if we can dig out of the way again, that's going to be the end of this fight. So, unfortunate that we have lost another Rattata, but it opens up a spot for the Geodude that we caught to join our team. There's no items in that corner, so let's make our way out of this and into this next hiker, because we should still be in a relatively safe space, especially since we're leading in with Dale now, as he's in that secondary space in my party. And as long as I outspeed these Geodudes before they have the potential to blow up on me, we're going to be fine. We are going to be absolutely golden. That takes out the Geodude, and he's probably got at least 2 more of those. That's level 25. I need to keep an eye on how high I'm able to go. I think 29 is my max. That is a fighting type, so we're going to go ahead and pivot over to Tanner here. Karate Chop, as long as it does crit, but it resisted there. Don't miss your pecs, Tanner. You've got to hit those. And of course he's clicking again. What I need him to do is I need him to use focus energy so he doesn't get as many crits off of these, because that bugs and lowers his critical hit chance. That was a nice peck. I would have used that crit before. Here comes Geodude, so we're going to pivot right back over to Dale and take care of the Geodude. Just do not explode on me. Thank you for defense curling, because it literally does not matter when I hit you with the Bubble Beam. There we go. And here comes, I'm assuming, one more Geodude. Yep, and we're going to Bubble Beam one more time to make quick work of him. Now, I do think I want to double back and heal up the team, because we're looking a little battered, but not terrible by any means. And I'd like to start leveling my own Geodude now that I have a spot in the party for it. That was not what I wanted to do. Let's get out of that so I can switch you into that front spot and move Dale to the back to conserve some of those levels as we get ready to go into the Celadon gym, which at the end of the day doesn't really matter a whole lot, because we are not going to be able to use Dale in that gym. Oh, there's another trainer here. And I just switched Vipra into the front of my party, which shouldn't be a problem. Except for the fact that you resist... No, I think it hits you neutrally. Let's dig. Let's get out of the way. Rock throws, that's fine. That was actually really good. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Thank you. Thank you for growing a level. That was terrifying. Graveler. This Graveler's going to want to self-destruct as well, I can tell. Please don't. Please don't do it. No, don't do that. 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 Dale, live. Thank you. Oh, that was really, really bad. But we ended up living through it. So at the end of the day, it's fine. Was that the ladder I came out of? No. I cannot afford to have another team member go down if you explode on me. And there's 3 of you. Oh my gosh. Onyx, I don't think has the capacity of self-destructing. But we're going to be in trouble. Let's go ahead and dig through that. That's fine. Of course that misses. Let's dig again. Get away from that. If he brings out a Geodude, we're going to be okay, because we should be able to do that with our level advantage here. We're going to dig one more time, get away from the Onyx. Thank you for getting away from that Screech. And it failed again. That's good. Why is it just going for Screeches? Give me a Geodude for your last one. Thank you. If it self-destructs now, I don't care. That should be enough to get through it, though. Thank you. That was more stressful than it needed to be. I don't know which way is out, my guy. I think that was the first hiker I interacted with. This is my way back out of here. Yeah. So I've already faced off against you. Back to the Pokemon Center I go. Alright, first things first, now that we're back here at the Pokemon Center, we need to come over here to the PC. We need to deposit Blake. And we need to deposit Phil. We're keeping Phil around because he is one of the few Pokemon I have that can learn Flash. We now need to release Blake, which is unfortunate, but we can always get another Rattata because there is no shortage of them. Oh, that was the other thing I needed to do. I needed to come into this box, and I needed to withdraw Jake. That's who I need to add to my team. Jake on the team, that's quite nice. Let's go ahead and start the leveling process for him, which should be fairly straightforward. We'll reorganize our party real quick to get him up at the front. Alright, that puts you up there, and we'll keep Dale at the back here. Except for Jake's not going to be doing a whole lot once we get to Celadon. I actually don't even think that we will be able to take on Celadon City today. We might be able to. I don't know. We'll see where we end up. Let's go ahead and withdraw Phil. Nice work there. And let's make our way out of here and back through the remainder of this cave. We should be nearing the end here. This should be a junior trainer, which at least the junior trainers don't have rocks that like to blow themselves up, as far as I'm aware. What do we have to start off with? That's a Jigglypuff. That's mildly concerning, but we should be fine. Let's go ahead and bring Peter out. Peter hasn't seen any activity yet today. There we go. Disable. That's Poison Sting. Okay, that's fine. I don't need Poison Sting to take care of the likes of you. There's a Horn Attack. We've just got... I don't know if that crit mattered or not, but I'll take it. Pidgey. Let's Horn Attack again here. Of course we missed, because why wouldn't we? Don't Sand Attack me! And... if you... I've got to switch out after this. After I take it out, that is. Gust shouldn't do really a whole lot there. Hit your Horn Attack there. Okay, if I don't hit on this next one, yep, we've got to switch. We've got to switch. We should be able to switch over to Jake. That should be fine. That's fine. Yeah, of course we're unaffected. Let's get a Rock Throw out here. Don't Sand Attack me! Hit your Rock Throw, Jake. Jake! Jake, this is literally your job. You are a rock. Throw rocks. Okay, if this doesn't hit, we've got to switch again. Yeah, that's just annoying. Back to Peter we go. And of course it's going to Sand Attack me as soon as I do this, right? No, it's going to Gust. Okay, we're going to take it out. Don't miss your Horn Attack this time for no reason. There we go. Pidgey down. And Meowth. Let's Poison Sting here. Why not? Let's see if we can't get a poison off. Critical hit. Nope. Scratch shouldn't do a whole lot. Peter's kind of my ace in the hole at this point. Hey, Payday. That's going to be free money. I'll take that. Critical hit. That's fine. Poison Sting one more time. That's the end of the Meowth. Nice work, Peter. Peter up to level 25. And we will switch Peter to the back side of the party so we can get Tanner and Vipra on par. That is a hiker. And I don't know if that's where I need to go, but we're going to find out. Okay, here is another hiker that we'll need to take on. Mildly concerned here that he's going to have more rocks that want to blow up on me. Geodude is what he's leading with. 21. our Geodude should be able to gain some nice experience here. Let's go ahead and let's pivot to Dale. Dale's been doing pretty good work for us. Rock Throw, that's fine. We're going to Bubble Beam. That's going to take the Geodude right out. Excellent. Jake growing to level 17. That's what I like to see. Geodude again. This is going to be, again, a quick dispatch. Nice work there. And level 26, that's fine, because you're not going to see any activity in that next gym. Now, am I still going to be able to one-shot the Graveler? I am. That's good. I did not want to run the risk of him blowing up on me either. Nice work there, though. Ooh, it's a good thing I got away from you. I'm going to neglect that trainer for now. Especially because there's more levels to this gym, or this dungeon. Alright, here comes a cool trainer, ace trainer, whatever they're called, junior trainer, I guess. Bellsprout. Jake cannot stay in the front of the party for this. So let's go ahead and go to Tamper. Do not poison powder me. And of course, because I said that, it happened. Get pecked. Go away. And Clefairy. We're going to pivot off of Tanner so he doesn't end up taking any damage here. Let's go to Vipra, I guess. That should be fine. If this would be the move to make if Clefairy were a fairy type in this generation, which it is not. But let's go ahead and get a bite off there. Pound doing some decent damage onto me. There's a nice use of a crit from that bite. Okay. I am going to persist. Even though Tanner is poisoned. I've got an antidote that I can use. That's a lot. Pidgey. I should be fine to leave Jake in here. If Jake can hit a rock throw and not get sand attacked, then that should actually be a nice bit of experience for him. Whirlwinding again, that's fine. I probably should have tackled to conserve some of my rock throw HP, but it's fine. And here comes a Rattata. We're going to want a rock throw here, because it'll get more damage, and that's over half. Tail Whip coming out, that's not great, but that's the end of the Rattata, and some really nice experience going on to Jake there. Jake growing to level 18 as well. I don't know if that negates the effects of some of the attacks that it's landed on me. So we're going to go over to Peter here. In lieu of a Hyper Fang on... Yep, Hyper Fang, I could see that that was maybe coming. And I did not want that on a defense dropped Geodude, so probably a good call there. And a Bellsprout coming out. So we are going to pivot over to Tanner. Tanner's going to take some poison damage because of this switch. Yep. But it's not doing a whole lot. Except for now we're going to be stuck in a wrap poison type situation. But we should be able to live through this just fine. Don't do that. Let me peck. Let me hit you so I can get out of this. Thank you. That's the end of the Bellsprout. Nice. Okay. Let's persist a little bit here and see what else we run into. Because the benefit here is I can dig back to the Pokemon Center that I've been coming from. And there's a rock throw that should take care of the Zubat and get some free experience onto Jake here. Let's walk up this way. Of course, there's nothing there. Now, before I step in front of this trainer, we're going to have a look at how Tanner's doing. Tanner's still doing okay. Hopefully, we continue to do okay into this junior trainer fight. What do we got? Meowth. I can deal with a Meowth. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a rock throw here. Bite. We are going to resist that fairly well. Thank you for not flinching, Jake. That does over half if we do that again. Payday, again, that should be resisted, and we're going to get some free money out of that. Don't miss your rock throws, dude. Hey, more free money. That's fine. Hit your rock throw. Don't... Jake, you got to hit these. I will take the free money from the Meowth, though. That's quite nice, actually. Oddish. That is going to be a hard pass over to Tanner. And that's fine. We're going to get absorbed there, which is not going to do hardly anything to us. And a Peck should quickly dispatch the Oddish there. But didn't. That's unanticipated there. Absorb, going to heal it up again, but on our next turn we're going to take it out with the Peck. And then what do we get coming in after that? Tanner gaining more experience. It's a Pidgey. We're going to move back over to Jake. We should be okay to do so. I just hope I don't get sand attacked. And I did not. That's a Gust. I should only take 3 off of that so I can take more. Jake, just hit this rock throw. Thank you. That's all I really needed from you. And it was super effective. Completely took it out. That's really good. Growing to level 19. Excellent work from you there, Jake. At this point, I am going to use this antidote on Tanner so I don't continue to take poison damage. We are also going to use a singular potion on Tanner to kind of top him off. And that actually should be the end of this cave. So I'm going to get out of this fight, and then we'll have one look around the room to see if there's any items that I may have missed. Nothing, so we'll just make our way out of here into the next town. Ooh. We can get away from you. There's probably something right here. Max Ether. That's one of the things that I like to see. We can make our way around you as well, though I will be coming back to fight these two. And let's come down to the Poké Center and heal ourselves up, because that is going to be much needed. Now, I accidentally did this with Phil the Drowsy in our party, which is fine for the time being. If I have a chance to let him get KO'd, then I can, but I shouldn't have to use that here in order to... I shouldn't need to use that, as I guess what I'm getting into. Let's head into the mart, see if we can get some extra... ooh, we can get Great Balls now. That's actually quite nice. Let's go ahead and buy 10 of them. And then I want antidotes. I need more antidotes. Nice. That's a Burn Heal, Ice Heal, Paralyze Heal. Don't think that I should need really anything. I should get some Super Potions as well. Let's get 5 of those. There we go. Is there anything in my bag that I can sell? Let's see. I don't know that there is. Nope, we'll be fine. Let's make our way out of here. And I can't get anything on the south end here just yet, but we can get an encounter in Lavender Town, and we can get an encounter on Route 7. So let's do that. Let's do the rival fight inside the Lavender Town Tower. And then let's call it But I am going to try to level up my Jake. I'm going to try and level up Jake a bit more. Okay, Lass wants to fight. It's a Clefairy. We should be pretty good here. Rock Throw, I think that's a special move, but I'm not certain. Of course it misses, so I can't tell. Jake, hit your Rock Throws, for crying out loud. Let's see what it does, and then we'll determine whether or not it... I think the Rock Throw is a physical move for some reason. Let's go ahead and pivot over to Vipra. Double Slap. Not great. Only hit me twice, please. Of course, it's going to hit multiple times. And we're going to dig to get right out of the realm of anything that it's going to try and retaliate against me with. Pound. That's fine. Let's go ahead and wrap. Don't miss your wraps. Vipra should be fine here, though. I'm not overly concerned. Wrap. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Attack continues. Yes, it does. Jake and Vipra gaining some experience. Vipra going up to level 25. Any new moves there? No, there is not. Let's go ahead and... I didn't mean to wrap. I meant to dig there, but that's fine. That's going to get some free damage in for a couple of turns, and I went ahead and wrapped again. Attack continues, so I'll take it. Let's now go ahead and bite. That should finish off the Clefairy. Nice. Excellent work there from our Vipra. What do we have here? This is a Rambling Gambler. I can't remember if these guys use one-hit KO moves or not. If they do, we might be in trouble. But Growlithe certainly it doesn't have any of those moves. And I've got a super effective move against him. Don't flinch. Hit your Rock Throw. That's what I want to see. We probably have to do that twice. Thank you for missing that roar. I did not want to have just anybody else be pulled out into this fight willy-nilly. Nice work there. Vulpix. Again, we can make quick work of the Vulpix here. Not very effective. That did a lot more than I wanted it to. So we're going to pivot to Dale to deal with this Vulpix. I'm going to resist. Of course, he quick attacks now that I've got something else out here. Bubble Beam. That should be enough to take out that Vulpix, wouldn't you think? No, it's not. That's actually quite surprising. Tail Whip coming out, but it doesn't matter because you're going to go down to this Water Gun. Nice work there. And that's all we really needed there. So, quite nice. Let's now make our way. I can't get through that because I don't have someone that can cut it. So, let's go ahead and switch Phantom onto the team so we can get through that gate. Alright, let's make our way over to Route 7 and get ourselves an encounter here. We should actually be able to add a Fire type to the team, which would be quite handy. In the event of... That's not what I wanted. In the event of going into Celadon City next week and facing off against Erica. Phantom, let's go ahead and cut this bush. And then let's make our way... Come on. Make our way into the grass and see what we get for our first encounter on Route 7. Hopefully it's something very nice and usable. And it's a Mankey. I've already had a Mankey, so I can claim this under Dupe's Clause and re-roll, which I am going to do. Don't do that. Get away from this, Mankey. Get away from the Mankey! Of course it's a critical. Get away from the Mankey. Thank you. Now, let's see what we get for an encounter here. It's another Mankey. I need to switch somebody else into the front of my party so I can get away from this. So we're going to go over to Tanner, because that should work fairly well there. And that's fine because we're going to get away from it. Let's go ahead and switch Vipra into the start. I always do that because I forget that I have Dig. Let's switch Vipra into the front of the party. And then we'll make our way back into this grass so we can run away from these Mankeys when they show up. Really looking for whatever else we can find. That's another one. So I'm going to fast forward through a lot of these encounters until we find something that's not a Mankey, because that seems to be all we're running into for the moment. There we are. That's a Growlithe. And that is actually quite a good Pokemon to have encountered there. That was a really good hit. Now let's go ahead and use a Great Ball, as we should be able to catch that relatively easily at that low of health, which we are. Excellent. That's actually really good for us to have. And I think I'm going to pivot. I don't know who I want to pivot off the team, but I definitely need to start grinding this Growlithe. Yes, we want to give it a nickname. And we're going to name this one Evan. Don't know why, but it works. Let's make our way out of here and go heal up our team. So now we've got ourselves a Growlithe and we have ourselves a Geodude. That's actually two really nice additions to the team. So let's go ahead and get a couple of these, more of these wild encounters with the trainers, if you will. That's Super Nerd Grimer coming out there. I am going to use... Let's bring out Vipra, because if it uses a poison type move, we can resist it. That's a pound, that's fine. And Dig, being a ground type move, should be really quick work of the Grimer, which it is. Nice work. Let's go ahead and rinse and repeat with the Muck. Poison Gas, that's fine. If it would have hit me, it wouldn't have done much damage anyway. Disable, but oh, it didn't disable anything. That's nice. Let's get that Bite. That takes out the Muck. And Grimer again, so we're going to Dig, get out of the way of it. Can't hit that Disable on me while I'm underground. That was really smooth work of that Super Nerd's entire team. I'm actually really liking Vipra on our team. The problem is I cannot use him at all against our rival. At least until I know that the Kadabra's out of the way. And we've got some more poison types coming in here. Which we should be able to handle rather well. Though Evan is not going to be the one to do it. It's a level 23. So Jake actually should be fine here, as actually Nidoran might know Double Kick. Which is not great. But we'll go ahead and get a Rock Throw here. Don't miss your Rock Throws. It only is using Scratch. I might be dancing on pins and needles here. But as long as it continues to use Tackle, we're going to be fine. Maybe it doesn't know Double Kick. I don't know when they learned it. Tail Whip, not phenomenal. If we hit another one of these, we should be able to take it out. There we go. Nice experience going to Evan and Jake. Jake growing to level 20, a lot closer to the rest of the party. That Nidorina makes me nervous, though. So we are going to now switch over to Peter, I think. Yeah, Peter. Let's go with Peter, because Peter has that poison typing, so if it tries to poison sting me or do something else, we're going to be fine. And now we can Horn Attack to get around some of the bulk of the Nidorina. There we go. Ooh, that was quite nice. And then we'll just Poison Sting to round it out. Nice work there. I actually think that I'm going to run back. I mean, I knew I was going to run back, but I'm going to run back and do some of those trainers that are up at the exit of Rock Tunnel. We should be able to get some decent experience off of them as well. Alright, here's a trainer that we skipped. Let's see what he wants. Another super nerd. Or Pokemaniac, not a super nerd. We're definitely going to want to switch Evan out of here very quickly. But if we go over to Dale, he should be able to make pretty swift work of the Cubone. And even if he had hit that Growl, it wouldn't have really amounted to anything. There's a Bubble Beam to take out the Cubone. Evan coming out with, they're getting some more experience there. And I don't like this Slowpoke. They always make me nervous. Though, that actually didn't do nearly as much as I thought that it would have. Nice crit on the bite there. But one more bite's going to take it out. Not bad. I wouldn't mind having a Slowpoke if it weren't for the fact that it is so slow. And let's encounter this Hiker here. Really nervous that it's going to blow up on me, like some of the last guys have. But he's got 2. That's an Onyx to start with. I don't think Onyx is capable of blowing up on me. So we're going to pivot off of Evan and go over to Vipra. This Vipra's got that dig that should make some pretty swift work of the Onyx. That shouldn't really do a whole lot to us. Dig to get out of the way. Bind doesn't hit me, and that's fine. Oh, that was no fun. Let's just wrap out the Onyx at the end. As long as we hit for the next 2 turns on this, that's going to be the end of the Onyx, or we can bite here to really square it away at the end. That's fine too. Nice. Onyx down. Vipra up at level 26. This is where I need to be a little bit more cautious. We are going to dig here to get away from it. If it blows up on that first turn, we're fine. But we ended up getting rid of it on the second one anyway. Not bad. We're going to run down, heal up just to be absolutely safe, and then we'll go up and get that junior trainer that's close to the cave's exit there. Alright, here is the junior trainer that was waiting for us outside the cave. Yeah, it is a tough hike. It's a really tough hike. And Pidgey. That's actually not terrible. But we should be able to pivot over to Jake and get him some more experience in this situation as well. And of course it's going to lead in with a sand attack. Just hit your rock throw through now 2 dropped accuracies. I don't like that, because I really don't like splitting experience 3 ways, especially where Evan can really use that experience, but it does me no good to stay in at that. Sure, let's go over to Tanner. Quick attack, that's not ideal, but if we Fury attack here, we should hopefully be able to take it. Wow, that was actually really good. Hit 3 times, that's all I need, and that's Pidgey down. Goodbye, see you later. Pidgeotto, that's not better. Fury attack, that's a critical hit on that one as well. Not bad, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's the Pidgeotto down as well. Quick work. I personally like Fearow better than Pidgeot. Trying to learn Mirror Move. Let's see what we could lose. I think it's in my better interest to lose Growl and keep Leer. Though, I don't know, you could probably make a case for the other one as well. We'll just have to kind of see. Oh, there's a hiker here. I didn't realize there was a hiker here as well. Ha 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 ha. What are you laughing about? Anyway, let's go ahead and Geodude. That makes me nervous. Evan needs to get out of here. Let's switch over to Vipra, because I think Vipra was able to tank a self-destruct the last time. Defense curl, that's not great, but I can deal with it. Explode? No. He tackles, I use dig, and he just barely lives through it. Rock throw, that's fine. I'll dig again. If it explodes this time, it's fine. It did not. That's going to be enough to get through it. Vipra getting some nice experience in addition to Evan. And Onyx, he's probably going to Screech because that's what Onyxes like to do. That's such an unpleasant noise. Go ahead and dig again. That'll get you through there. And that's the end of that fight. Vipra gaining a lot more experience there as well. Hay fever, sure. Let's make our way back down, heal up our team, get a couple more of the encounters over on, or not encounters, but fights over on Route 7. And then I'll need to do some grinding. So we're actually going to go over and get our Route 8 encounter, I think, right now as well. So we can grind up in that patch of grass. I think that'll be a better space for us to do that. But we've got some more trainer fights that we can do as we make our way in that general direction as well. Alright, there's the next trainer in this line of 4 that are kind of hanging out here. And it's another super nerd. What do you got? Coughing? We can go over to Peter for this, just in case it decides that it wants to blow up on me. Tackle, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get a horn attack here. Ooh, that didn't do as nearly as much as I was hoping it would. Smog does next to nothing. Horn attack again. It's probably going to take 2 more of those if I had to guess. And 1 more horn attack. That's going to be the end of the coughing there. Not so bad. Let's now walk down here so we can get this other trainer. Why didn't it walk up to me from the other place? That's... sure. It's fine. Let's see what Lass has. Wow, Lass has a lot of things. Let's pivot over to Jake. Do not sand attack me. Thank you for not sand attacking me. Alright, Jake. All you need to do is hit this rock throw. Whirlwind does nothing inside trainer battles. Don't miss your rock throws. Hit this one. Jake! Hit your rock throw. Thank you. Was it really that hard? Thank you. What do you have next? Rattata. I can stay in on the Rattata. Hit your rock throw. Jake, that's 3 rock throws you've missed in this fight. Thank you. I know it's 75% accurate, but that is no excuse for you to behave in this way. Get a tackle in here. That's a tail whip. That's not great. But it was enough to take out the Rattata. What is she going into next? Nidoran. Let's rock throw here. Horn attack. It's not going to do a whole lot, but I do have dropped defense. What is a tackle going to do? 2 instead of 1. Rock throw hitting here. That's fine. Jake should be able to get a lot of really nice experience here, especially if we... That's a move we're getting rid of very quickly. I need to get away from that. So let's go ahead and pivot over to Tanner. And there's a scratch, which shouldn't do a whole lot. Sure, why not? Let's mirror move. Let's throw a scratch right back at the Meowth. Oh, critical hit, wouldn't you know? And what do we have here? That's a Pikachu. That's not good. We're going right back over to Jake. Growl fails. Let's go ahead and rock throw here. And that's not great. But it literally can't hit me for anything useful. Why did you try a Thunder Shock? Do you just not have a quick attack? Anyway, that was quick work of that. Jake at level 21. Do you evolve into a Graveler here? You do not. Let's go ahead and get this final lass or junior trainer or whoever it is. Meowth is who I think she said that she was going to lead with. And she's got 3. There's a starter Meowth. Let's go ahead and pivot over to Tanner here. Bite. That's not horrible. Sure, let's mirror move that. Let's throw a bite right back at you. Nice. Meowth fainted. Evan and Tanner getting some experience there. Let's go ahead and Fury attack. Of course we miss on that. It screeches, doesn't do anything. If it hits 4 times, that should be enough. And that is enough. Nice. Tanner putting in really good work there for us as well. And another Meowth. Let's Fury attack here. Again, if we are able to connect on it 4 times, we should be able to take it out. Maybe we need a 5th one here, actually. That's not terrible, though. We can peck here and get through Meowth. Tanner getting some really nice experience there as well. As well they should, because we are in close approximation to needing to do some meaningful stuff here. There are 2 trainers here. Let's go ahead and get the Gambler. If he has some of these one-hit KO moves, I'm gonna be very nervous. Poliwag. I don't have anything that inherently works against it, so we're gonna go ahead and go over to Vipra. Don't Hypnosis me. It can't really do a whole lot to me, though. Water Gun shouldn't really do much. Okay, we're awake now. Critical hit on that. Let's go ahead and dig. If it decides to Hypnosis again, we should be away from it. Dig actually did a nice amount of damage to that. Poliwag again. Let's dig. If it tries to Hypnosis, it shouldn't do much at all. Level. Probably not the best thing. Speed fell. That's not great. Let's get a wrap off here. Rude. That's just going to finish it off, though. And of course, I got a speed drop on that. Don't Hypnosis me. Let's go ahead and switch over to Tanner. Water Gun, that's not going to do a whole... That was a crit. Let's go ahead and Fury attack here. Don't miss your Fury attacks. But if I can mirror move that and put you to sleep... Now we're cooking. That's really fun. Let's go ahead and peck. Oh, it's a fighting type. No, it's not. It's only a fighting type when it gets up to Poliwrath. Ooh, nice. And that is the last thing that we needed there. That's good. I think there's one other trainer on this route. Vipra up to level 27. That's pretty good. Glare. I think Glare paralyzes. Let's see what I can get rid of. It's worth getting rid of Wrap. Wrap doesn't hardly do anything. And having the ability to paralyze on command is not the worst thing in the world. Let's head back, heal up our team, and then hit this last trainer before we go over to Route. Alright, here's our final trainer on Route 7. And then we'll head over to Route 8 and get our encounter in the grass that's just on the other side of this. Super Nerd, what we got? Voltorb. This is a job, preliminarily, for Jake. And Sonic Boom. I can take 2 of those, and then I'll have to pivot to somebody else. Let's get a rock throw out here. Ah! I hate that noise. That was fine. Sonic Boom. As long as I hit this rock throw, I'm going to be okay. And of course you missed that. So here we go over to Peter. Screech. Stop that. Ah. Hate that noise. Horn attack. Gonna take out the Voltorb there. Because I can't bring Peter into this fight in Celadon either. Let's get a Horn attack out against the Coughing. Do not blow up on me. Smog's not going to do anything. It'll do like 1. And I don't think that poison types can get poisoned by other poison types. Maybe by Twin Needle it can get poisoned. Voltorb, you can't do anything electrical to me. Let's get this Horn attack out here. Tackle. That's fine. Critical hit. Doesn't matter. Let's get a tackle of our own. Right. Peter up to level 26. Again, fine if he goes a little bit higher in his levels. And this Magnemite, again, can't really do anything to me. So that's all sorts of fun. Horn attack does a nice amount of damage there. Tackle, not going to do hardly anything. And that's the end of this trainer. Okay, let's head through this tunnel to the other side, to Route 8. Once we make it to Route 8, we can heal up at the Pokemon Center on the other side, and then we can start fishing for encounters in the grass. Alright, so I've ran back and forth in this grass patch for a little bit. The encounters available here are Oddish and Mankey and Pidgey. So I'm not going to make a decision on it just yet, because I feel like it's fine to bank those as some options. But what this spot is good for is some grinding. So I'm going to do that to see if I can catch my lower team members up with the rest. So Evan and can't remember what the Geodude is off the top of my head. But we're going to do some grinding here so I can have them on respectable levels with other members of the team. Alright, I promised you a rival fight today. And a rival fight is what I am going to deliver. I only need to make my way up into Lavender Town's tower. And here is our rival. Yeah, what brings me here? Well, trying to take you out is probably the obvious answer. But I'm hopefully quite prepared for what you have to send out. Pidgeotto, starting off. And we've got Jake in the primary slot, which should be good. I don't know why I tackled there, because that was not the move that I should have gone for off the bat. But he can't really do a whole lot to me, so I'm okay with that for the time being. Alright, that's a critical hit. Still not very effective. There's our rock throw, and that's going to be the end of the Pidgeotto. Nice work from Jake. Jake gaining some nice experience. Gyarados, I cannot stay in for. At least not with Jake. I shouldn't bring in Evan. Oh, it's a flying type, so I can't hit it with Dig. And if it has any water type moves, it's going to do not great things to Peter. So let's go ahead and let's bring in Tanner. Bite. That's not the world's greatest thing, but we can mirror move and bite it right back, which should deal quite a good amount of damage to it. And now we can peck, which I don't know if it looks like it doesn't resist that. We're over leveled for this anyway, so we should be okay. Okay, there's that. Tanner gaining some nice experience points. Here comes Growlithe. Let's switch back over to Jake here. Jake should be able to do some good work against the Growlithe he's got. Let's go ahead and rock throw, assuming we don't flinch. And that hits. That's really good for us as well. Nice one shot on his Growlithe. And here is going to be the thorn in my side, the Kadabra. Let's go ahead and rock throw. Oh, it's going to go for a teleport. Interesting. Don't miss those. Okay, you were given a second chance. Hit your rock throw. Get rid of his Kadabra. Thank you. That was all I needed you to do. Ivysaur coming out next. Now, that is mildly problematic, but we should be able to swiftly overtake it with the Ivysaur. Poison Powder, not great, but hopefully this fight isn't going to last too much longer. Peck, critical hit, awesome. That's exactly what I needed out of that. Very smooth rival fight in comparison to what we have gone over in the past, and I have to sideline Tanner going forward because he is getting dangerous to overtaking Erica at the Celadon City Gym. Which is fine. I'm not overly upset about that. We can get ourselves a ghastly encounter in this tower, but let's make our way out of the tower, heal up our team. I think that's going to be everything that we do for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure that you leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more daily variety content, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.